When you look at your life right now, does it feel like you're stuck in the same place, unsure of how to move forward? You're not alone. We all go through moments of doubt and uncertainty, where we question if we have what it takes to achieve our dreams. But here's the truth. You can do it. No matter where you are, or what you've faced up until now, you have the power to change your life. Success isn't reserved for a lucky few. It's available to anyone willing to put in the work, the effort, and the heart. This audiobook is for you, whether you're feeling overwhelmed by obstacles or unsure of your next step. What if I told you that everything you need to succeed is already within you? What if the only thing standing in your way is the belief that you can't do it? The truth is, every small action you take, every choice you make, brings you one step closer to the life you want. You might feel exhausted, frustrated, or even ready to give up. But I promise, right now, you're closer than you think. It's time to stop second-guessing yourself. You've got the strength, the drive, and the ability to rise above every challenge. This is the moment to change everything. And in the next few minutes, we're going to show you how to make it happen. Stay with me, and let's unlock the power you already have inside, because you can do it. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Power of a simple decision. You are capable of so much more than you think. Right now, in this moment, you have the ability to change your entire life. All it takes is one decision, a simple decision that will unlock everything you need to succeed. The power to transform your life is in your hands, and it all starts with this: I can do it. That's the first step. The one thing that will set everything else in motion. It's not just a statement, it's a declaration. It's a mindset that propels you towards success, no matter the obstacles or the challenges ahead. The key to your success isn't some magical formula or hidden knowledge. It's a choice you make every single day. That decision to believe in yourself, to step into your own power, to take the leap, no matter how uncertain the future feels. It's a simple but profound decision that changes everything. You don't need to wait for the stars to align, for the perfect moment to show up. You just need to say, I can do it, and start walking forward, one step at a time. That's where it all begins. Making that decision isn't easy. It requires courage. But here's the thing. Once you make it, once you commit to yourself, to your dreams, and to your future, the world opens up. Opportunities start to show up, and doors begin to open. But you have to take that first step. And that first step comes when you decide to believe in yourself. Not in some distant future. Not in a someday. Right now, in this moment, you have the power to take that first step. And the truth is, you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to know all the answers. You just need the courage to step forward. Every single person who has ever achieved greatness started with that same simple decision. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for everything to be perfect. They made the decision to move forward, despite the fears and doubts that held them back. And that decision, no matter how small it seemed at the time, was the one that led them to where they are today. Because success, no matter how you define it, doesn't come from waiting for things to happen. It comes from taking that first step and continuing to move forward, even when the road ahead isn't clear. And the amazing thing about making that decision is that it builds momentum. The more you decide to believe in yourself, the easier it becomes. The first time you say, I can do it, it may feel uncertain. But after that first decision, the second one is easier. And the third one even easier. Before you know it, you're moving forward with confidence, and nothing can stop you. It's like a snowball effect. The more you do it, the more you prove to yourself that you're capable, and the more you'll trust in your own abilities. But here's the catch. The moment you make that decision to believe in yourself, to say, I can do it, you're going to face challenges. There will be doubts. There will be moments when things don't go as planned, and that's okay. Because those setbacks are part of the process. They're not a sign that you can't succeed. They're a sign that you're on the right path. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about learning how to bounce back stronger each time. When you make the decision to keep moving forward, even when things get tough, that's when you know you're on the path to greatness. So many people wait for the perfect time. They wait until they have all the answers, until they feel confident, until the stars align. But what if I told you that the perfect time will never come? That the only time that matters is now. The moment you decide to take action, that's when everything starts to change. It's not about waiting for the right moment. It's about making the decision, stepping out of your comfort zone, and trusting that everything will fall into place as you move forward. Imagine what would happen if you stopped waiting and started doing. Imagine what would happen if you believed in yourself enough to say, I can do it, and took the first step toward your goals. The moment you make that decision, you begin to shift the course of your life. It doesn't matter how big or small the step is. What matters is that you start. You take action, and you keep moving, no matter what. Success isn't a destination, it's a journey, and that journey starts with a single step. The step that says, I can do it. I believe in myself. The step that says, I am ready to move forward, even if I don't know exactly where the path leads. That's where the magic happens. The moment you decide, you begin to unlock the power that's been inside you all along. You realize that you've always had everything you need to succeed. You just needed the courage to take that first step. So I challenge you today to make that decision. Decide right now that you are capable, that you can do it, that you have the strength, the resilience, and the power to achieve whatever it is that you desire. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because it doesn't exist. The moment is now, and the only thing standing between you and your dreams is the decision to take that first step. When you make that decision, everything changes. Your perspective changes, your mindset changes, your actions change, and your life changes. So go ahead, take that first step. Make the decision to believe in yourself, and watch how the world begins to unfold in ways you never imagined. You can do it. And the moment you decide is the moment everything becomes possible. Chapter 2. The truth about self-doubt and how to overcome it. You have the power to overcome anything. Right now, if you believe in yourself, you can push through every barrier, every doubt, every challenge. The only thing standing between you and what you want in life is the thought that you can't do it. And here's the truth, you can. You're capable of achieving everything you want. The biggest roadblock to your success is not the circumstances around you. It's the voice inside your head telling you that you're not good enough. That voice is self-doubt, and it is the one thing that can hold you back from your dreams. Let me make something clear. Self-doubt doesn't come from reality. It comes from your mind, from past experiences, from fear of failure. But I'm here to tell you that it's all just noise. It's not real. It doesn't have any power over you unless you let it. That voice inside your head is a liar. It's the voice that tells you you can't do this, you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough, you're not capable. But I'm telling you right now, you are more than capable. And it's time to silence that voice. It's time to stop listening to that negative chatter and start listening to the truth. You have what it takes. Self-doubt is like a weight holding you down, preventing you from reaching your full potential. It can stop you from taking action, from stepping out of your comfort zone, from trying new things. But here's the catch. That doubt doesn't define you unless you allow it. You get to choose how you respond. You can choose to believe in yourself. You can choose to push through the fear, to take action even when you're not sure. And every time you do, that voice of self-doubt gets weaker and weaker. Every time you face your fear and take action, you prove to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. It's normal to feel uncertain. It's normal to have doubts about whether you're on the right path or if you're good enough. But let me tell you, it's not the doubt that matters, it's how you handle it. Doubt is something everyone faces. The most successful people you look up to have experienced it. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. They choose to take action anyway. They don't let the fear or doubt control them. They keep moving forward, even when things are uncertain. And that's what you need to do too. Doubt will always be there, but you can't let it stop you. You have to acknowledge it, feel it, and then move on. You see, self-doubt is like an illusion. It's a trick your mind plays on you to keep you from taking risks. It tells you that it's safer to stay where you are, to stay comfortable, to stay within your limits. But comfort doesn't lead to growth. If you want to grow, if you want to achieve something bigger than what you have right now, you need to step out of that comfort zone. And stepping out of that zone means facing the doubt, looking it in the eye, and saying, "I'm not afraid of you. I'm moving forward anyway." There's a powerful shift that happens when you begin to push past your doubts. Every time you challenge yourself to act despite the fear, you start to break down those walls. You begin to rewrite the story you've been telling yourself. No longer do you see yourself as someone who can't do it. You see yourself as someone who is capable, someone who is strong, someone who can take on the challenges life throws at them. The more you prove to yourself that you can handle it, the less room self-doubt has in your life. It begins to fade into the background, and you start to realize that the only limits you have are the ones you set for yourself. So break those limits. Break free from the hold that self-doubt has on you, and go after your dreams with everything you've got. The first step to overcoming self-doubt is simply to recognize it. Recognize that it's not you. It's not the truth. It's just a feeling. And feelings are temporary. They come and go, but the actions you take are what define your future. When you recognize that doubt is not a permanent part of who you are, you can begin to separate it from your reality. You can begin to challenge it. You can begin to take action, even when you feel that little voice trying to hold you back. And when you take action, you break the cycle. You start to build momentum, and that momentum pushes you forward, no matter how small the steps are. And one day you'll look back and realize that you've come so far. The self-doubt that once held you back will be nothing more than a distant memory. You have to understand that self-doubt is just the beginning. It's not the end. It's the part of the process that forces you to grow, to become better, and to prove to yourself that you are more than capable of achieving greatness. Every time you take action in spite of that doubt, you are training your mind to believe in yourself more. You're proving that you are stronger than the doubts that try to take over. And every time you take a step forward, you reinforce your belief in yourself. That belief grows stronger, and so does your ability to face challenges. This isn't about being fearless. It's about acting in spite of fear. Fear will always be there. It will always try to hold you back. But you are stronger than it. You can handle whatever comes your way. So the next time you feel that self-doubt creeping in, remember this: it's just a feeling. It doesn't control you. You control your actions. You can make the decision to act in the face of fear, to move forward even when it seems impossible. And as you do that, you will continue to grow, Continue to push past the limits you once thought were insurmountable. Believe in yourself. Trust that you can overcome anything, no matter how much doubt tries to hold you back. You are capable, you are strong, and you can do it. The key is to never stop moving forward. Keep going, even when the road gets tough. Keep going, even when you don't feel ready. The only way to overcome self-doubt is to keep showing up, keep taking action, and eventually you'll see that you've conquered not just the doubt, but the person you used to be. You've become someone who isn't afraid to step into the unknown, someone who believes in their own strength and ability. And when you realize that, there will be nothing standing between you and your dreams. Chapter 3. Secret ingredient to make I Can real. Every single day, you're given a new opportunity to make something great happen. You may not see it right away, but that opportunity is always there, waiting for you to recognize it. But here's the truth. It's not the big, complicated things that will move you forward. It's the small, simple actions, the choices you make, that add up over time and ultimately lead to success. The secret ingredient that makes I Can real is this consistency. It's not about how big the dream is or how fast you can go. It's about showing up every single day, believing in your ability and doing the work. Think about it for a moment. When you wake up every day, you're faced with a decision. You have the chance to either take action toward your goals, or you can let the day slip by, letting the distractions take over. The truth is, success is built on the simple things. Success is about the small, consistent steps you take each day. It's about what you do when no one is watching. It's the hours of work when nobody acknowledges your effort. It's about believing, even when things seem difficult, that what you're doing matters, and that your actions will compound over time. Your I Can is made real when you commit to these daily actions. What happens when you commit to consistency is that you build trust in yourself. Each small action you take sends a message to your mind that you can follow through. You begin to reinforce the belief that you are capable of achieving the things you set out to do. It's like building a muscle. The more you show up, the stronger that muscle becomes. And one day, without even realizing it, you'll look back and see that you've made massive progress, not because you did one huge thing, but because you consistently showed up and did the small things over and over again. It's easy to get caught up in thinking that success requires some huge monumental effort, but it doesn't. It's the simple, consistent actions that lead to success, because those actions build momentum. Momentum is what drives you forward, even when things get tough. It's the energy you create by taking those small steps, by committing to doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. When you show up every day, no matter how small the action, you begin to move forward, one step at a time, until those steps add up to something much bigger than you could have imagined. But I'm not going to lie to you. It's not always easy. Sometimes you'll feel like giving up. There will be days when it feels like you're putting in so much effort and seeing so little return. There will be times when the self-doubt creeps in, telling you that you're not getting anywhere. And on those days, it's important to remember that the real power of I Can comes when you choose to keep going, even when things are tough. It's easy to feel confident when things are going well, but when you push through on the hard days, that's when you prove to yourself that you can truly do it. You don't build success by avoiding challenges, you build it by overcoming them. And you can do that, step by step, day after day. Success isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about committing to do something no matter how small, and showing up for it every single day. It's about doing the work when it doesn't seem like it's paying off, and trusting that every action is moving you closer to your goal. And when you can do that, you'll be amazed at how quickly things begin to change. You'll find that your dreams aren't as far out of reach as they once seemed. They're right there, waiting for you to grab them. And the only thing standing between you and them is your willingness to show up consistently, to put in the work, and to believe that every step counts. Now let's be real for a moment. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when you feel like you're not getting any closer to your goal. But let me tell you something, those moments are a part of the process. They're not a sign that you're failing, they're a sign that you're moving forward. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. And each time you push through a setback, you reinforce the power of your I can. You show yourself that even when things don't go according to plan, you can adapt, learn, and keep going. And in those moments, you will realize that nothing can stop you. You have the power to move through any obstacle, as long as you keep showing up. You may not always see the immediate rewards of your actions, and that can be frustrating, but don't let that stop you. Keep moving forward. Keep trusting that your consistency will pay off in the long run. Success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's a journey of consistent effort, where each small action adds up to something greater. And here's the most powerful part. The more you show up, the more you start to believe in yourself. You begin to see yourself as the kind of person who follows through, who takes action, and who never gives up, no matter what. So how do you make that I can real? You start today, right now. You make the decision to show up, to take action, and to commit to consistency. It doesn't matter how small the steps are. Every step counts. Every action moves you closer to your goal. And every time you take a step forward, you prove to yourself that you are capable, that you are worthy of success, and that your dreams are within reach. The journey won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. You have everything you need inside of you to succeed. All you have to do is show up, take action, and keep going. And every day that you do, you will turn your I can into reality. Keep going. You've got this. Keep showing up, and the success you desire will come. Chapter 4. How to make every setback an opportunity. Success isn't always a straight path. It's not always going to be as easy as you think, and there will be setbacks. But here's the thing, every setback you face can become your greatest opportunity. You have the power to turn every challenge, every obstacle, every setback into fuel for your growth. That's the key to becoming unstoppable. Life will throw challenges at you. It's a guarantee, but what you choose to do with those challenges is what will define your future. How you respond to setbacks will determine how far you go. You are never defeated unless you choose to quit. When you face a setback, it can feel like the world is crumbling down on you. It's easy to get lost in the frustration, the disappointment, and the doubt that creeps in. It's tempting to think that you're not cut out for success, that you'll never get past this roadblock. But that's just your mind trying to keep you in your comfort zone. The reality is, setbacks are not failures. They're opportunities in disguise. Each setback is a stepping stone that leads you closer to your success. If you're willing to embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. The most successful people in the world, the ones who have achieved greatness, didn't get there by avoiding setbacks. They got there by learning how to navigate through them, how to use every setback as a lesson, and how to stay focused on their goals, no matter how difficult things got. They understood something crucial. Your setbacks are your setup for comebacks. It's in the moments of struggle, in the moments when you feel like giving up, that you discover the strength, the resilience, and the mindset that will propel you to the next level. You get to decide how you respond to the setbacks you face. You get to choose whether you let them define you or whether you let them refine you. One of the most powerful things you can do when faced with a setback is to take a step back and reframe your mindset. Instead of seeing it as a roadblock, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? When you shift your perspective and look for the lessons in every setback, you start to see opportunities instead of obstacles. The very setback you're facing could be exactly what you need to push you in a new direction, to help you build the skills, the mindset, and the resilience you need for the next level of success. It's in the difficult moments that your greatest growth happens, but you have to be willing to embrace them, to learn from them, and to use them to fuel your next move. Think about it for a moment. Every successful person you look up to, every person who's accomplished something extraordinary, has faced setbacks. They've faced failure, rejection, disappointment, and hardship. But what makes them different from everyone else is that they didn't let those things stop them. They didn't let them hold them back. They didn't let them define their worth. Instead, they used those setbacks as the fuel that propelled them forward. They didn't see failure as the end. They saw it as part of the journey. Failure is never final, unless you choose to let it be. The key to turning setbacks into opportunities is to keep moving forward. It's easy to stop when things get tough. It's easy to throw in the towel and walk away. But that's not what successful people do. They keep moving forward. They take action, even when it's hard, even when they're unsure. They focus on the next step, not the whole staircase. They trust that the effort they're putting in today will pay off in the future, even if they can't see the results right away. And that's the secret. Success is built on perseverance, so when you hit a setback, don't take it as a sign that you're on the wrong path. Take it as a sign that you're pushing your limits, that you're growing, and that you're getting closer to your goals. Setbacks are not signs of failure. They're signs of progress. You're learning, you're evolving, you're gaining new experiences that will help you move forward in ways you can't even predict yet. The greatest opportunity you'll ever have comes when you decide that you won't give up. Keep going, even when it's hard, because the breakthrough is closer than you think. You have the power to turn every setback into an opportunity. It all starts with how you choose to see the challenge in front of you. Instead of viewing it as something that's happening to you, start seeing it as something that's happening for you. Every obstacle, every challenge, every setback is an opportunity for growth, for learning, and for becoming the person you need to be to reach the next level of success. It's in the difficult moments that the true character is built. And it's in those moments that you become the person you need to be to achieve your dreams. Let me be clear, setbacks are inevitable. They will happen, but what truly matters is how you respond to them. You can choose to let them define you, or you can choose to rise above them. You can choose to keep pushing forward, learning, and growing. And if you do that, no setback will ever hold you back for long. Every setback is an opportunity in disguise, and the key to unlocking that opportunity is your willingness to keep going. As you face setbacks, remind yourself that you're stronger than you think. You've already overcome so much in your life. This challenge, this setback, is just one more step in your journey. And every setback you face is just making you stronger, more resilient, and more capable of achieving your dreams. So when you hit a roadblock, don't quit. Don't let it define you. Use it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become the person who can handle even bigger challenges. Because you are capable of so much more than you know. Keep going, keep learning, keep growing. and turn every setback into an opportunity. Success is not about avoiding setbacks. It's about how you handle them, how you learn from them, and how you keep moving forward. The road to success is never a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and obstacles. But it's those very obstacles that make the journey worth it. They're what shape you, refine you, and make you into the person who can achieve greatness. So embrace your setbacks, use them as stepping stones, and remember, no matter what happens, you are always one step away from your breakthrough. Keep going, because the best is yet to come. Chapter 5. The Power of Belief. What you think, you become. Belief is the force that propels you forward, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. It's not about seeing the whole path clearly. It's about having faith that every step you take will lead you in the right direction. When you believe in yourself and your potential, you unlock an energy that cannot be matched. Belief is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. It's the quiet but powerful force that pushes you to keep going when the world around you tells you to quit. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment to act. It's about trusting that you have everything inside you to make things happen right now. When you look at successful people, you're not just looking at their accomplishments, you're looking at their unshakable belief in themselves. They knew, before anyone else did, that they could achieve what seemed impossible. This belief didn't come from their circumstances or their resources. It came from within. What you think and what you believe determines the course of your life. When you believe you can do something, you put the energy out into the world that draws opportunities, people, and circumstances that support that belief. Your belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you tell yourself you can't do something, you're creating a barrier that's almost impossible to overcome. But if you believe you can, you start to see possibilities everywhere. So how do you cultivate belief? It starts with taking the first step, even when you don't have it all figured out. The act of stepping into the unknown is a powerful declaration to the universe that you believe in your ability to figure things out as you go. When you start acting in alignment with your belief, your confidence grows, and with each step, the path becomes clearer. Belief isn't about waiting until everything is perfect before you act. It's about trusting that you have the power to handle whatever comes your way, no matter what. But here's the truth. Belief doesn't come from external validation or praise. It's not about waiting for someone else to tell you that you're capable. It's about learning to trust your own inner voice, the one that says, you can do this, you have what it takes. The moment you start doubting yourself is the moment you start letting fear control your actions. Fear wants you to stay small, to stay comfortable. Belief, on the other hand, calls you to rise, to step into your greatness, to trust that you can handle whatever comes your way. It's easy to stay where it's safe, but real growth happens when you push yourself beyond what you think you're capable of. Every challenge, every obstacle, is an opportunity to strengthen your belief in yourself. Think about a time when you faced something difficult, and despite the odds you made it through. Do you remember how you felt in that moment? You probably felt like giving up at some point. But you didn't, you kept going, and that experience taught you something invaluable. You are capable of so much more than you realize. You just need to trust that you have the strength and the ability to face anything that comes your way. Belief is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. But here's the catch. Belief isn't something that magically appears. It's something that you actively work on every single day. It's in the small decisions you make. It's in how you talk to yourself. It's in the actions you take, even when you don't feel ready. The more you show up, even when you're uncertain, the more you strengthen that belief. And as your belief grows, so does your ability to take on bigger challenges and achieve bigger goals. When you believe in yourself, you stop being a passive observer in your life. You become the creator of your own reality. Your belief shifts from I can't to I can. Your belief isn't dependent on your circumstances, it's rooted in who you are and what you're capable of. When you believe you can do something, you become unstoppable. No challenge is too great. No dream is too big. You develop the resilience to push through any difficulty and keep moving toward your goals. One of the most powerful things you can do to strengthen your belief is to surround yourself with people who believe in you. They don't have to be the ones who tell you what you want to hear, but they should be the kind of people who see your potential and encourage you to go after your dreams. These are the people who push you to be better, who challenge you to grow, and who lift you up when you're feeling down. Your environment matters. If you surround yourself with people who doubt you, who discourage you, you start to internalize those doubts. But when you surround yourself with people who believe in you, you start to believe in yourself more. Belief is a daily practice. It's not something you just wake up with one day. It takes time, effort, and a willingness to push through the doubt that will inevitably come up. You have to choose to believe in yourself every single day, even on the days when it feels hard. When you make that decision, you set yourself up for success. You start to attract the opportunities, the people, and the circumstances that support your belief. The more you believe, the more you become. The more you believe in your potential, the more you will achieve. Your belief will be the foundation of everything you create in your life. You have everything inside you to succeed. It doesn't matter where you've come from or what obstacles you've faced. What matters is where you're going and the belief you have in your ability to get there. The person you are right now is not the person you will be in a year, 5 years, or 10 years. You are constantly evolving, growing, and becoming. And as you believe in your own evolution, you open the door to endless possibilities. Remember, belief is not about having all the answers or knowing how everything will unfold. It's about knowing that you have the power to handle whatever comes your way. Belief is about trusting the process, even when you can't see the end result. It's about taking action every single day, even when you're uncertain, and trusting that your belief in yourself will guide you to where you need to be. So take that first step, believe in your ability to figure it out, and watch how the world begins to unfold in your favor. Your belief will take you places you never thought possible. Success is not about talent or luck. It's about belief. Believe in yourself, believe in your ability to succeed, and believe that you are worthy of achieving everything you desire. When you do that, nothing can stop you. Your belief will light the way and guide you through every challenge, every setback, and every obstacle. So keep believing, keep pushing forward, and know that everything you need is already within you. Chapter 6. Truth about discipline and consistency. Discipline is the silent force that moves the world forward. It's the small, consistent actions we take every single day that create the results we desire. It's not the big, flashy moments that change your life. It's the simple decisions repeated over time that build your success. Discipline isn't about being perfect or doing everything right all the time. It's about showing up, day in and day out, and doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what transforms intention into action and action into results. If you want to make progress in life, discipline is the key. It's the difference between talking about your goals and actually achieving them. Many people dream big, they envision success, and they talk about what they want to achieve, but very few follow through. Why? Because the road to success is long, and it's easy to get distracted or lose motivation. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is what keeps you on track when things get tough, when the excitement fades, and when doubt starts to creep in. Discipline is the muscle that helps you push through the hard days, the tough moments, and the obstacles that stand in your way. Without it, even the best intentions will fall flat. It's easy to be motivated when you're excited about something new. In the beginning, everything feels fresh, and you're full of energy and enthusiasm. But as time goes on, that initial excitement starts to fade. You might not feel as driven or passionate, and that's when most people give up. This is where discipline becomes your greatest ally. Discipline is what gets you out of bed when you don't feel like it. It's what pushes you to keep working when the results aren't coming as fast as you'd like. Discipline doesn't rely on motivation. It creates its own momentum. The more disciplined you are, the more progress you make, and the more motivated you'll feel. It's a cycle that builds on itself, and before you know it, discipline becomes second nature. But discipline doesn't happen overnight. It's not something you can just turn on like a switch. It's something you build over time, one small action at a time. It's about forming habits, routines, and behaviors that support your goals and values. It's about making the right choices, day after day, even when it's hard. The key is to start small. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to change everything at once. Pick one area of your life where you want to improve and focus on creating a simple, consistent habit. Whether it's waking up earlier, exercising daily, or sticking to a work schedule, start small and build from there. Once you've mastered one habit, you can move on to the next. Consistency is the cornerstone of discipline. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Even if you only make small progress each day, that progress adds up over time. Think about it like planting a seed. Every day you water that seed, and over time, it grows into something strong and powerful. The same thing happens with your discipline. Every small action you take, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is building towards something greater. When you stay consistent, you begin to build momentum. And momentum is what makes discipline so powerful. Once you get started, it becomes easier and easier to keep going. The key is to make that first step, and then keep moving forward, no matter what. The beauty of discipline is that it's completely within your control. You get to decide how disciplined you are and how much effort you put into your daily habits. No one can do it for you. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the right circumstances or for someone else to push you. It's about taking ownership of your life and your actions. When you take responsibility for your own success, you stop blaming others or external circumstances. You realize that the only thing standing in the way of your goals is your own commitment to the process. You don't have to be perfect to be disciplined. In fact, perfection is an illusion. Everyone has setbacks. Everyone has off days. The key is not to let those setbacks stop you. Discipline is about getting back up, no matter how many times you fall down. It's about sticking to your plan, even when life gets messy. It's about learning from your mistakes and adjusting your approach, not giving up when things don't go as planned. The road to success is never straight, and it's never easy. But with discipline, you keep going, you keep learning, and you keep improving. It's important to remember that discipline isn't just about working hard, it's also about working smart. It's about making the most of your time, energy, and resources. Discipline means being intentional with how you spend your time and making sure you're focused on the things that matter most. It means saying no to distractions and yes to the things that bring you closer to your goals. Discipline is about creating a vision for your life and then taking the necessary steps to make that vision a reality. It's about staying true to your goals, even when other things try to pull you off track. One of the most powerful aspects of discipline is the sense of accomplishment it brings. When you stick to your goals, even when it's hard, you create a sense of pride and satisfaction. You build self-respect and confidence in your abilities. Every time you follow through on a commitment, no matter how small, you prove to yourself that you can do it. You begin to see yourself as someone who gets things done, and that belief in yourself is what drives you to keep going. Discipline is the key that unlocks your potential and allows you to achieve things you once thought were impossible. You are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to, as long as you're willing to put in the work. Success doesn't happen by accident. It happens because of the small, consistent actions you take every single day. The power of discipline lies in your ability to keep going when things get tough. When you stay committed to your goals, even when it's hard, you build the foundation for your success. Discipline is not just about working harder, it's about working smarter, staying focused, and pushing through the challenges that life throws your way. So the next time you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Remember that every small action you take brings you closer to your goals. And most importantly, remember that you are the one in control of your destiny. Discipline is your ally, and with it you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Keep going, stay disciplined, and trust the process. Success is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Chapter 7. Stop waiting for the right moment. Success isn't just about the big moments or achievements, it's about the daily choices, the small habits, the things you do when no one is watching. These are the moments that shape your future, and it's easy to overlook them. But this is where the magic happens. This is where you truly make a difference. It's easy to get distracted by the shiny things in life, the quick wins, the shortcuts, the idea that success is just one big breakthrough away. But here's the reality. There's no secret formula for success. Success is a result of your ability to show up day after day and do the work even when it feels hard, when it feels like no progress is being made, when the world isn't rewarding you in the way you think it should. But success is happening all the time, quietly, behind the scenes. It's in the work you're doing today, even when you can't see the results. This is the foundation of true success. This is where everything starts. We've all been there. You set big goals, you have big dreams, and at first, everything feels exciting. But as time goes on, that excitement fades, and the grind starts to feel heavy. The truth is, you're not going to feel motivated every single day. Some days, the idea of getting up and working toward your goals might feel like the hardest thing in the world. But that's when discipline steps in. Discipline isn't about feeling motivated, it's about doing the work anyway. It's about showing up, no matter how you feel. It's about building habits that serve you, even when your emotions are telling you to quit. You don't need to rely on motivation to get things done. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is constant. It's the foundation that holds everything together, and it's what ensures that you keep moving forward, even when the path feels uncertain. What separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't isn't luck, talent, or timing. It's the ability to stay disciplined, even when the going gets tough. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the willingness to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. There's no magic moment that makes everything fall into place. There's no single day when everything aligns and you suddenly feel ready to take on the world. Success is a process, and that process is made up of small, consistent actions. It's those little actions, done repeatedly over time, that add up to big results. The person who is consistent, who shows up every day and does the work is the one who ultimately succeeds. It's about having the mental toughness to push through the discomfort, to keep going when it feels easier to give up. This is where most people go wrong. They think that success is about doing something extraordinary, about having one big breakthrough moment. But the truth is, success is built on the foundation of everyday discipline. It's about doing the small things that others aren't willing to do. It's about taking responsibility for your actions and understanding that everything you do matters. You can't afford to let days slip by without making progress. Time is your most valuable asset, and every moment is an opportunity to move closer to your goals. But here's the catch. Success isn't about being perfect. It's about making progress, day in and day out. Even when you slip up, even when things don't go as planned, the most important thing is to keep moving forward. It's about showing up, again and again, and again. Here's the truth. Most of the world is waiting for motivation to hit them, waiting for that perfect moment when everything falls into place. But the real secret is that motivation is overrated. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, or the perfect mood. What you need is the discipline to act, even when the circumstances aren't perfect. And that's where people make the mistake. They wait until they're ready, until they feel like it. But that's not how it works. Discipline is about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. It's about deciding that no matter what, you're going to take one step forward, even if it's small. When you build this habit, when you make it part of who you are, it becomes second nature. You no longer need motivation, because discipline takes over, and it guides you toward your success. But how do you cultivate this discipline? It starts with creating a routine that supports your goals. It's about making the right choices every single day, even when it's hard. It's about prioritizing the things that matter most, even when they don't feel urgent or exciting. The world is full of distractions, but success comes when you're able to cut through the noise and focus on the tasks that truly matter. It's about recognizing that success isn't about doing everything, it's about doing the right things. And the right things are often the things that require the most effort, the most focus, and the most consistency. These are the things that no one sees, the things that are happening behind the scenes, out of sight from the world. But these are the moments that matter the most. In the beginning, discipline can feel like a struggle. It's easy to get distracted, to give in to the temptation of comfort or convenience. But here's the thing, the struggle is where growth happens. Every time you push through that resistance, every time you decide to take action, even when you don't feel like it, you're building strength. You're building the mental muscle that will carry you through the toughest challenges. Success isn't about having a perfect plan or the perfect circumstances. It's about how well you handle the moments when things don't go as planned. And the only way to get better at handling those moments is through practice. Discipline is the practice of making the right choices, even when it's hard. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about the long game, the process of improving every day. There will be times when the results don't come as quickly as you'd like. There will be days when you feel like you're not making any progress. But those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments when discipline becomes your greatest ally. Success doesn't come from the big wins, it comes from the small wins, day after day. And when you show up consistently, even when it's hard, you're building something that lasts. You're building a foundation that will carry you through the challenges, the setbacks and the obstacles that will inevitably come your way. The secret to success isn't just working hard, it's about working consistently, even when things aren't going well. It's about making a commitment to yourself and your goals, and sticking to it, no matter what. The road to success is never easy. It's filled with challenges, setbacks, and times when it feels like nothing is working. But when you have discipline, when you make the decision to show up every single day, you're doing something most people aren't willing to do. And that's what separates those who succeed from those who don't. It's the ability to stay the course, to push through the tough moments, and to keep going when everyone else is ready to quit. So don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Build the discipline to show up every day, to do the work, and to keep moving forward. When you commit to the process, when you make discipline a part of your daily life, success will follow. It's inevitable. And when it happens, you'll look back and realize that the key to your success wasn't some big breakthrough. It was the small, consistent actions that you took day after day. Those are the moments that truly define you. Chapter 8. The 3-step formula for overcoming any obstacle. Success is not something that comes to those who wait for it. It's something that is earned every single day, in the grind, in the discipline, in the determination to push through when the world tells you to stop. That's what truly sets the great apart from the good. It's easy to think that success is a destination, a place where you get to and everything changes. But let me tell you, success is a journey, and that journey is built on the countless small decisions you make every day. It's not about waiting for the perfect time or the perfect conditions. It's about taking action when you don't feel like it, about pushing yourself to keep going when everything in your body tells you to quit. The secret? It's relentless consistency. It's doing the hard thing, the uncomfortable thing, the thing that nobody else is willing to do, over and over again. And the truth is, you can't stop now. Here's what you need to understand. Success doesn't care how you feel. Success doesn't wait for you to feel motivated, inspired, or ready. Success doesn't wait for the stars to align or for everything to fall into place. Success only cares about one thing, the actions you take. And those actions have to be consistent. You have to commit to showing up every day, even when you don't want to, even when you're tired, even when you don't see the immediate results. Because that's what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up halfway through the journey. You can't quit after the first few setbacks. You can't stop when the going gets tough. If you want something, you need to work for it relentlessly. The most successful people in the world don't rely on motivation to get things done. They don't wait for some magical burst of energy to fuel them to the next step. No, they work on discipline. They work on building habits that push them forward even when motivation is nowhere to be found. The truth is, motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes, just like the weather. But discipline is what carries you through. When you build the habit of showing up every day, no matter how you feel, that's when the magic starts to happen. That's when the progress starts to show. It's about taking consistent action in the face of doubt, in the face of fear, in the face of failure. And guess what? The more you do it, the easier it gets. But that doesn't mean you ever stop. You never stop building discipline, because the moment you do, the moment you let up, you risk falling back into the same habits that held you back in the first place. The biggest challenge people face in their pursuit of success isn't their lack of talent or their lack of opportunities. The biggest challenge is their inability to stay consistent, to show up day after day and do the work, even when things are tough. So many people start with passion, with fire, with excitement, but the moment the excitement fades, they give up. They wait for inspiration to strike again. But success isn't about waiting for the right moment. It's about creating the right moment. It's about deciding that no matter how you feel, no matter what obstacles stand in your way, you're going to take the next step. It's about becoming someone who doesn't need motivation to act, someone who can rely on their discipline to push them forward. Because let's be honest, the real reward isn't in the moment you achieve your goals. The real reward is in the journey. The real reward is in the growth that happens when you push yourself to do the hard thing over and over again. This is the turning point for most people. They expect results too quickly. They expect that if they work hard for a few days or weeks, they should see the fruits of their labor. But that's not how it works. Success is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and it's a marathon that requires consistency, dedication, and a willingness to do the work even when the results are not immediately visible. When you start on the journey to success, you can't expect things to change overnight. You can't expect to see big shifts after just a few weeks of effort. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes dedication. But here's the thing, every single day that you show up and put in the work, you're getting closer. Every single action, no matter how small, is building the foundation for your future success. It's not about big dramatic changes, it's about the small consistent steps that you take, day in and day out. And this is where discipline plays a huge role. Discipline is what keeps you on track when motivation fades. Discipline is what helps you keep going when you don't feel like it. It's easy to show up when you're feeling excited, when everything is going well, but discipline is what allows you to keep going when the road gets rough, when you're facing setbacks, when you feel like giving up. It's about building a routine, building habits that align with your goals, and sticking to them even when you don't feel like it. And let me tell you, the people who are successful aren't necessarily the ones who are the most talented or the ones who have the easiest path. They're the ones who can stick it out when things get hard. They're the ones who are willing to grind, to hustle, to keep pushing forward even when the world is telling them to quit. And that's why consistency is the key. When you commit to your goals, when you commit to your dreams, it's not about having a plan that's perfect from the start. It's about showing up every day and making progress, even if that progress is small. Every step forward counts. Every moment you spend working toward your goal matters. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to keep moving forward. So many people stop before they even reach their potential because they let themselves get discouraged by the lack of immediate results. But the truth is, success isn't about instant gratification. It's about delayed gratification. It's about putting in the work today, even when you can't see the payoff immediately. And when you make that commitment to yourself, when you build the discipline to push through every obstacle, that's when success becomes inevitable. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and when it happens, you'll look back and realize that the hardest part was simply showing up every day. The key to success is simple. You must build the habit of doing the hard thing. You must build the habit of showing up, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's difficult, even when you're tired. You must build the habit of pushing through the resistance and doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. And when you do this, when you make consistency your way of life, success will follow, not because it's easy, but because you've earned it. And you'll realize that the real success wasn't in the destination, it was in the journey, in the commitment, in the process. The real success was in every single day you chose to do the work, no matter how hard it got. That's what truly sets the successful apart. It's not the wins they celebrate, it's the consistency that got them there. And if you want to be successful, you have to build that consistency into your life. Every day, every action, every step forward, and success will follow. Chapter 9. Action is the only way to prove yourself right. You're here for one reason: to become the best version of yourself, to break through the limits you've imposed on your life, and to tap into a version of yourself you've only dreamed about. You're here because you know there's more in you, and now is the time to unlock that potential. Let me tell you something right now. There is a powerful force inside you. It's not just potential, it's the raw energy, the commitment, and the drive that will carry you through obstacles, through pain, through doubt, and through fear. But you have to choose it. You have to decide every day that you're going to go after your dreams, no matter what. You have to build the habit of showing up, even when it's hard, even when the world tells you to stop. Because the truth is, success doesn't care about your circumstances. It doesn't care about the obstacles in your way. Success only cares about one thing: your willingness to keep going, to keep fighting, to keep pushing forward, no matter how tough things get. The ones who succeed are not the ones who have it easy. They are the ones who do the work when no one's watching, when no one's cheering them on, when it seems like no progress is being made. They do it because they know that consistency is the key. They know that the journey is the reward. So what separates those who succeed from those who don't? It's not about talent. It's not about luck. It's not about how many resources you have at your disposal. The biggest factor in success is the ability to take action every single day. This means being committed to your goals even when you don't feel like it. It means showing up even when the excitement fades, when the initial rush of inspiration is gone, when you hit your first major obstacle. This is the moment when most people quit. This is the moment when they decide it's too hard, or they convince themselves that maybe they weren't meant to achieve their goals after all. And this is exactly why they stay stuck. Because they give up when the going gets tough, instead of pushing through to the other side where success waits. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, when everything seems to be falling into place. But real success is built in the moments when you can't see any progress, when everything feels like it's falling apart, and yet you decide to keep moving forward anyway. You have to understand that success is a long game. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and it's built on the smallest daily actions, on the choices you make every single day. The moment you stop thinking about your goals as a distant destination and start seeing them as part of the process you live every day, that's when the magic happens. The trick is not to wait for inspiration, it's to create inspiration. It's to show up every day, even when your body is screaming at you to rest, even when the doubts in your mind are louder than ever. Success isn't about having everything figured out. It's about doing the work, day in and day out, no matter how you feel. Because at the end of the day, it's the consistent action, the small steps forward, that add up to something great. And those who take those steps, even when it's hard, are the ones who end up achieving what they set out to do. The reason why most people fail is simple. They stop when it gets tough. They let setbacks, obstacles, and temporary failures stop them in their tracks. But here's what you need to understand. Failure is part of the journey. It's not the end. It's not a signal to quit. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, to improve. Every failure is a lesson, and every lesson gets you one step closer to your goal. The successful don't fear failure. They embrace it. They learn from it. And then they keep moving forward. The key is to shift your mindset. You can't afford to see obstacles as roadblocks. You need to see them as opportunities for growth, as stepping stones that will eventually lead you to where you want to go. And if you can't change your mindset, if you can't start seeing challenges as opportunities, you'll always be held back. You'll always be stuck in the same place. There's a saying, success is not owned, it's leased, and rent is due every day. What does that mean? It means that success isn't something you get once and hold on to forever. It's something you earn every day. It's about showing up and doing the work, day after day, and earning your place at the top. It's not a one-time event. It's a daily habit. It's waking up every day with the mindset that you're going to push yourself, that you're going to be better than yesterday. You might not see big results immediately, but that doesn't mean you're not making progress. It doesn't mean that all your hard work is for nothing. It's all adding up. Every choice you make, every step you take, is moving you closer to your goal. And the more consistent you are, the more progress you make, the more you'll start to see the results of your hard work. One of the biggest misconceptions about success is that it's easy, that it happens overnight, that you wake up one day and everything falls into place. But that's not how it works. Success takes time, it takes effort, it takes sacrifice. It requires you to do things you don't want to do. It requires you to show up when no one else will, to push through when the world is telling you to quit. And if you can make this shift, if you can start to understand that success is a daily commitment, a daily battle against your doubts, your fears and your comfort zone, then nothing can stop you. Because once you understand this, you'll realize that there's no excuse. You don't need motivation, you need discipline. You need the discipline to take action every single day, even when you don't feel like it. That's what makes the difference. It's about making the choice to be consistent, no matter what. And that consistency, that's what turns dreams into reality. The truth is, you can have everything you want in life. You can achieve every single goal you've set for yourself, but only if you're willing to commit to the process. Only if you're willing to put in the work, even when it gets hard. And when you make that commitment, when you decide to show up every day, no matter what, you will see the results. You will see the change. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about taking action now. The future is built on the actions you take today. So, are you ready to step up? Are you ready to commit? Because your future starts now, and it's waiting for you to take that first step. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect time. Show up. Keep going. And success will follow. Chapter 10. Your future starts today. Take the first step. The truth is simple. Your future is in your hands, but it's up to you whether you want to grab it or let it slip away. Every single day is an opportunity to make a choice. The power lies in what you do with that day. The power lies in your actions. You don't need to be great to start, but you do need to start in order to become great. The only way to achieve the extraordinary is by doing what most people won't do, by choosing the difficult path over the comfortable one, by stepping up when others are sitting down. The difference between those who live out their dreams and those who merely wish for them is in the simple decisions they make every single day. It's in the moments when they choose to rise early, put in the extra effort, or work through the discomfort. The fact that you're here reading this, watching this, shows that you are already on the path to success. But you need to understand this. It's not enough to want success. You have to take consistent action, even when you don't feel like it. Success isn't a destination, it's a habit that's formed one day at a time, through intentional, focused action. What does it really take to make your dreams a reality? It's about focusing on the one thing that separates the winners from the rest, their relentless commitment to progress. You see, the ones who succeed aren't necessarily smarter, faster, or more talented. They are the ones who refuse to let setbacks stop them. They know that the road to success is paved with failure, struggle, and sacrifice. But they also know that every failure is just a stepping stone, and every struggle is an opportunity to get stronger. They don't quit. They don't back down. When they fall, they get back up, dust themselves off, and keep moving forward. The reason why most people never reach their full potential is because they stop at the first sign of resistance. They stop when things get hard. They stop when the world tells them they're not good enough. But the ones who make it to the top, they are the ones who keep going, no matter what. And that's exactly what you need to do too. Here's the thing, you have all the tools you need to succeed. You have the ability, the talent, the drive, and the potential. What you need now is the discipline to follow through. The discipline to take consistent action every single day, no matter how small that action may seem. Most people look at success as something that happens all at once, but it doesn't. It happens in the small, consistent actions you take every single day. It's about building a routine, building habits that align with your goals. It's about choosing to act in the face of discomfort, knowing that every time you push through, you're one step closer to where you want to be. Success isn't built on one lucky break or one big win. It's built on thousands of small decisions to do the right thing, day in and day out. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving forward. A lot of people give up just before they reach their breakthrough, simply because they didn't see immediate results. But what you need to understand is that progress isn't always visible right away. You may not see the results immediately, but that doesn't mean they aren't coming. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward your goal. It's like planting a seed and waiting for it to grow. You may not see the growth immediately, but with patience, consistency, and care, that seed will grow into something extraordinary. But if you give up too soon, if you let one setback or one failure make you quit, you'll never see the harvest. You'll never see the fruits of your labor. That's why consistency is so crucial. It's not the big moments that make the difference. It's the small, consistent actions that add up over time. And if you keep taking those actions, even when you don't feel like it, you will eventually reach your goals. Here's something that's so simple, yet so powerful. Success is a choice. Every day you have the opportunity to choose your actions. You have the power to decide whether or not you're going to show up and do the work. It doesn't matter how you feel, whether you're tired or discouraged or uncertain. What matters is that you make the choice to keep moving forward. Success doesn't care about how you feel. It cares about what you do. And every day you choose to show up, every day you choose to work, every day you choose to take action toward your goals, you're building the foundation for the success you want. Success is not just about talent or intelligence or luck. It's about showing up, doing the work, and never giving up, no matter how many obstacles you face. The hardest part of the journey is the beginning, and that's where most people fail. They get excited at the start, but when things get tough, they back off. The trick is to keep going when it's hard, to stay committed even when the results aren't immediate. When you're just starting out, it feels like you're not making progress. It feels like you're putting in all this effort for nothing, but you have to trust the process. You have to trust that every small action you take is leading you to something bigger. Every choice you make today is shaping your future. So don't stop, don't quit when it gets hard. Keep showing up, keep putting in the work, and trust that the results will follow. If you keep pushing, if you keep working even when no one is watching, you will see the fruits of your labor. Your future self will thank you for the work you put in today. The reality is, the only thing that can stop you is yourself. The only thing standing between you and your goals is your own willingness to push through the obstacles. Your mind will try to tell you that you're not good enough, that you're not capable, that you're too tired, or that it's too late. But you know better. You know that success doesn't happen overnight. You know that it's the small, consistent actions that lead to big results. and you know that you're capable of more than you've given yourself credit for. So don't listen to the doubts. Don't listen to the fear. Take the action. Keep moving forward. Keep believing in yourself, and keep doing the work. Because when you do, success is inevitable.